does 9 wins keep Brian Kelly's job?
It's a great name to drop. It's a great conversation.
Let me look at that schedule.
Obviously on the cover of the episode, but definitely a name that's not as like, I wouldn't say on fire, but man, it's heating up, and it should be.
I think it's kind of the Ryan Day conversation, right? A little bit. Like,
to an extent.
Granted, Ryan Day was like winning 90% of his games, and he's close to that, right? And they won they went to the SEC title game his first year with Jaden Daniels. A little bit of a disappointment the next year where they didn't make the playoff or the SEC title again. But Ohio State and LSU have very similar fan bases. It feels too crazy for me I know you have Nussmeier back and you went in on the portal, but I think even 9 wins, that feels a little crazy to just let him go like that. And I think start this all over again.
I think they have a shot at a playoff.
They definitely do
at 9-3, looking at this schedule.
Okay.
If they win, I will say this, if they win 7 or less, he's gone. And his name is close enough on the hot seat to where he's gone for sure in my mind, 7 or less.
If they win 9 games and miss the playoff, do you think he gets fired?
No,
I don't personally. Yeah, but what do I know? Compared to that fan base and what they want, what the AD is going to do, and
well, coming from a fan base that had the 9 win with those expectations, don't do it. Keep him as long as you can. Billy Madison clip.
Can we we're going a little short here, so I think we can like switch topics kind of a little bit.
Well, we still have more names.
Not switch topics, sorry, but just a question I got to ask, because Justin and I were talking about this the other day, and Iowa State fans in general. So I don't mean to drag everybody through the mud here, but it feels like fan bases more than ever have just really been off their rocker. Like,
oh yeah,
coming from an Iowa State fan, but through the basketball season and how that ended, I know the show doesn't care, but like the fans are just losing their minds, and I've seen them lose their minds on Campbell, and that's not even just Iowa State. It's the same people wanted Ryan Day fired for going 11-1, and he lost to Michigan before he won a national title, 10-2. So I don't know. Is it just like, what's the deal? Like, what do we think why do we think the fan bases are just so much crazier now? Is it just like the instant gratification thing? Like everybody just wants to win now?
We are paying people more than ever. We are paying players. There are more opportunities to technically now with the 12-teamer to get into postseason play to play for a national title. The portal makes it feel like instant gratification is not that far away. And you're kind of in a society now where the more they'll do anything they can to make things easier on themselves, whether that's ordering your groceries online, fast food restaurants, it's shopping through Amazon, it's instant gratification, right? Like, I need to feel good now. I need this now. It applies definitely to the most passionate things that you have in your life, or the things you put your most passion into, that being college football for a lot of the fans around the country. So it's instant gratification. They feel there's too many resources there in this moment and at your disposal to not take advantage of.
Very well put. I would also add, nobody is more comfortable calling for people's livelihood and jobs than burners on Twitter and middle-aged. I didn't
want to cross the waters of the burner, but if you're going to start me there, I'll get going.
I don't read as many like opposing teams comments. Sometimes I click through them if it's during college football season, but I think a lot of fan bases, especially now when we do have access to the social media, thank you, Jay-Bird, as I say it, is back in the day, it may have been equally as crazy, but you either had to get on 6 a.m. radio to let your thoughts be known that you're looking to get everybody out, or you had to find a deep, dark message board where you're finding some asshole telling you to fire everybody. But now it's just as quick as a click on any of the 12 social medias that are billions of people on them, and I can just tell everybody, fire everybody. And I think a lot of fan bases, what I was saying was, they're football fans, but then any other sport they follow, they just think it's the equal amount when it comes to a loss. In Nebraska, I see this in baseball, they're having a terrible baseball season. Immediate comment after like game 7 is fire the coach. We don't have the right coach. It's like, dude, there's 55 games left. Like, can we like maybe this is not football. So I think sometimes football, which being the main trigger in people's mind, makes it a lot easier to be like, all right, let's just get rid of them. They lost 10, they lost 5 games, they lost 6 games. We would get rid of somebody if they did that. So I think that's definitely a contributing factor. What about you, Jake? What do you think it is?
I think it was everything JP said, and also just like, I don't see the bright side of firing guys. And we're talking about guys that have really haven't been, like, how long has Brian Kelly been at LSU? This will be what, year 4?
Yeah.
Like we're demanding guys to be fired after even year 2, year 3, year 4, and
some year 1.
And JP said it right. Like, we have the money now in the portal, and so you can turn everything around a lot easier. But I still just think, like, I think of it as a human, like restarting a job. Like, yeah, that next job you might be nice, but like you keep quitting these jobs and it's just hard to restart, and it's hard to get footing. It's hard to build a program. And I think you still rely on recruiting in college football. And it takes a head coach to be there for 4 or 5 years to develop good high school recruiting.
The portal also adds to it.
It does, but we found out
turnaround possibilities.
But we've also seen the Florida State side. So, like,
oh yeah,
it's not like it's not the automatic answer to turn everything around. So I love people's passion. It's why we do this show. It's why we love college football. It's why we love the sport. But sometimes people just need to like relax and just think of some human side of things. I know that's hard to sit. I know it's hard to think about, but like, we're all human here.
I like that.